Does it ever seem like no matter what you do or how hard you try, you just can't connect with your partner? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today, and I'm going to tell you what to do about it. Love is a paradox. We crave connection with our partner, and yet the closer we get to them, the more power they have to hurt us. Like Susie, whose dad left her mom when she was very young. She'd kept most men at a distance in her life until she met Michael. She felt so safe around him that she let him get closer to her than any man that she'd ever known. And then they got into a fight, and in this moment of irrationality, Michael stormed out of the house, got in the car, and went for a drive to cool off without telling Susie when he'd be back. This sent Susie into a terrified panic. Will he leave me like my dad left my mom? Another great example is Joel. He told his wife Teresa that he loved her more than words could express. He opened up to her and trusted her with his deepest, darkest secrets. Then one day he walked into the kitchen and heard his wife talking to a girlfriend about some of their most intimate moments. Never in a million years would Joel have talked about that part of their life, even with one of his closest friends. He said he physically felt like she had cut his heart out of his chest. Ultimately, we can't have connection with our partner unless we feel safe. Yet often the things that we do to make ourselves feel safe in our relationships are the things that push our partner farther away, like storming out of the room in the middle of an argument, or gossiping to other people when you need validation that you're right and your partner's wrong, or emotionally shutting down and withdrawing when you feel blamed, judged, or like you've screwed up. It kind of makes love feel like this catch-22. You can have safety at the expense of connection, or you can have connection at the expense of safety. And if you get stuck in this cycle, this pendulum swing back and forth, it can feel impossible to ever feel any sort of lasting, meaningful connection with your partner. You just kind of get glimpses of it here and there. So, what do you do about it? Ultimately, what you need to do is learn to create safety in ways that also fosters connection. It sounds simple, but it's really not. And it all starts with your ability to manage your internal anxiety response. Most of the things we do on instinct to make ourselves feel safe are absolute connection killers, which means you can't rely on instinct. You have to learn to create a gap between the moment that you feel hurt and the moment that you act out on that pain. It's learning to respond instead of reacting. Responding is a conscious choice. Reacting is a subconscious instinct. Responding is thinking before you speak. Reacting is speaking before you think. Responding is taking a deep breath before you believe the crazy thoughts running through your head. Reacting is holding your breath and never giving your partner the benefit of the doubt. Your relationship is always going to be caught between these extremes of safety without connection or connection without safety until you learn to be more mindful when you respond to your fearful and anxious thoughts. And a marriage stuck in this space for too long is what I call roommate syndrome. Now, does your relationship sound like it might be caught in this pattern? Is it stuck in roommate syndrome? If so, there's definitely something you can do about it. I want you to come check out the Epic Marriage Club. In the Epic Marriage Club, I've got tons of amazing resources to help you break these negative patterns and get unstuck, get out of roommate syndrome. And you can come check it out for free for 7 days. Just go to epicmarriageclub.com. You can even check out my new workshop called 5 Ways to Get Out of the Roommate Rut. That's epicmarriageclub.com. I'll see you there.